if you can go 12 years criminal free, I believe you can expunge a felony.
Yeah. You think he's going to make it 12 more years?
Absolutely.
Also, he's never even made it a year without doing a crime. So like 12 years is a long time.
Well, and you know, Alina, let's not be too harsh because all of us commit a crime every day. And yeah, you can say, we don't all commit a felony every day.
Like that, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. But I mean, I, at least in my opinion, right? I have always held the president of the United States at a way higher standard than the everyday person, right? I'm sorry, but before Donald Trump, I didn't think just anyone could be president. I mean, now, since Donald Trump is president, I think we need to take the whole question about, are you a felon off of job applications? I think we also need to understand that anybody can do anything. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who you are. You can do whatever you want.
The ultimate DEI hire.
And hey, Santana, maybe let's take this like 2 steps forward. Why did he flip so many states? Why did the electoral and the common vote for him in 2024?
You mean the popular vote?
Yeah.
I mean, again, it was the slimmest margin of any victory in I don't know how long, but definitely in modern presidential history. So it's not like, you know, it was something that, he did win the swing states. But even the swing states that he won, like they were separated by like a very small margin of votes that could have easily went the other way. So but if you want to talk about why, I mean, I attribute his win to 3 different factors. One, people just aren't smart. They don't understand that they attributed inflation to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, not understanding how inflation works. And then also, I mean, we're going to keep it honest. America is the land of racism and sexism, and Kamala Harris has 2 strikes against her. You add that 3rd one, and she's out. That's what it boils down to.
Well, you know what? Wow, you brought up a lot of mainstream commonality topics that are trigger words within mainstream media. But if we really,
I'm not worried about mainstream media. I'm worried about facts. Listen. I talk to people on this app. Let's talk every day. Yeah, no. I talk to about 40 people a day, people a day, 7 days a week. And I'm not saying that I think this is what it is. I'm telling you, I know what it is. And actually, if we're going to keep it all the way funky, there is one other category of people. And that other category of people is the selfish category who says, I voted for Trump because of my pocket. Because there's a certain group of people that think Donald Trump is just going to put more money in their pocket, and they were willing to overlook everything else for that money.
Host, let's try to narrow this down to one topic. So if you're saying that the people voted for Trump because they thought they would put money in their pocket, wasn't Biden's ultimate campaign also to stop giving the rich the money and put it in the hands of the poor? So aren't they both preaching the same topic?
Yeah, except Donald Trump isn't preaching that topic. Donald Trump is actually preaching tax cut. He wants to actually he wants to extend the actual tax code that he put in place that put more money in businesses and corporations' pocket than the everyday American. But Donald Trump is talking about, you know, cutting money, right? That's the whole premise behind
cutting money from where?
From different government funding, right? And I was just about to say that's the whole point of Doge. But the funny thing about that, the funny thing about that is Elon Musk was telling people that he's going to cut $2 trillion of discretionary spending from the federal budget. Well, fun fact, it's only $1.7 trillion of discretionary spending. So there's no way he could cut $2 trillion. It's literally impossible because there's not $2 trillion in discretionary spending. But number 2, Elon Musk himself has even now said, actually, there's no way we're going to be able to cut $2 trillion. He said, at the absolute best, if we could somehow cut half of that, it would be amazing. But the number is going to be a lot smaller.
So again, let's try to focus on one concept. And host, you're a smart man, trust me. But Let's try to keep it to one concept.
Okay, you tell me the one specific concept. Let's stay there.
Okay. So if we bring it back to just one simple concept, let's talk about tax cuts.
Okay.
And let me ask you this. So Trump wants to cut taxes for the billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see that benefiting middle class and lower class in any way?
It didn't last time.
Like,
So,
think
yes.
about
Can
that
I
question
chime in
for
on
a
these
second.
when we're on this topic of taxes? T,
Sure,
you mind if
sure.
I chime in?
We'll get
Yeah,
in
my
in one
bad, my
second,
bad.
But just an FYI, yes. Oh, thank you for the glasses. Yes, I do.
The three
think
things
that,
I want to point out.
Well, hold on. Let me answer the question,
Okay.
and then we'll hop up
Go
to
ahead,
you, Redwin. Yes, I
right.
do think that it will benefit the middle class a little bit. I'm not going to say no, it's not going to benefit them at all, but I do think that it will disproportionately benefit upper class and also corporations. Like the actual, it's not even equal. I mean, even if you look at the first implementation of it, the simple fact of the matter is the business tax cuts that were implemented were permanent versus the actual tax cuts that were given to the middle and lower class were not only permanent, but it was also on a sliding scale where almost 8 years into the actual tax plan, the people in the middle and lower class bracket are now paying more instead of having any type of tax cut. So they got a tax cut on the front end, thinking that they were actually going to get more money in their pocket, but as it actually progressed, they end up paying money back.
You are 100% correct with that in this current time, but you're forgetting about inflation and government overspending, which causes the price of goods to go up. So there's a lot of web here. There's a lot of web that's to be spun that really all of us kind of fall into the trap, whether it's Republicans or Democrats in office.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, T, because I got a question for you, but I do want to give Redwin a chance to actually chime in because he had something to say. But I got something to kind of tickle your brain on that. Redwin, what were you about to add?
I was just going to point out the no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime, right? Mm-hmm. Just those three things alone, those would benefit people like me. I'm a common person. I'm not a millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire, anything like that, right? I'm a common person, and so are you, right? Those type of things would benefit you, and I don't see why there's any issue with that, right? And even Kamala Harris adapted one of those proposals that he was going for. Yeah. So I know some people might say, what's that?
So you're absolutely right? You and I can agree that if there was an instance where there were no tax on tips or no tax on overtime, that can definitely be beneficial. But the simple fact of the matter is, did you read Project 2025?
Yeah, I don't like it. And he said he's not going to adopt it. So in my eyes, in my mind, that was out of his mouth.
Oh, you mean
he was
before
asked
the election?
Several times.
Right. You're absolutely right. Before the election, you're 100% right. But then guess what?
I mean, I have faith in him. I voted for him. I got faith in him that he's not going to go for that. What's that? What did he do?
And he not only brought people into his cabinet that worked on Project 2025, like the person who wrote the portion of the FCC, then also Tom Homan, the quote unquote border czar, who wrote portions of Project 2025. He's literally taken people from the Heritage Foundation and put them in the administration. And also, fun fact, people closest to him like Stephen Miller and Steve Bannon have said, actually, yep, Project 2025, that's the plan all along. And not only that, but they've actually started to pass legislation already that is directly out of Project 2025.
So Santana,
he's not in office yet.
Santana, let me just throw this in there. Project 2025 is just as radical as AOC's Green New Deal. These are all
what I love about that, though.
Let me finish. These are all
hold on. Just to clear this up real quick, because you're a smart guy as well. You're a smart guy as well. Was the Green New Deal passed?
No.
Okay, perfect. That's all I needed. Go ahead.
But there were ideologies of the Green New Deal that did, such as eliminating gas ran vehicles in California by 2030, right? It's all relative in the story of the big picture, but to bring this kind of back to the reality of where I ultimately want to take this concept, young man, I respect you very much, and I respect every person in your life. What we need to protect is the sovereignty of our country, because if we don't protect America's power in a worldview, whether it comes from a Democratic push or a Republican push, we are going to end up as a socialist country that has worldly influences, and we will lose our American freedoms and sovereignty.
So we protect our sovereignty by electing an authoritarian. That's how we do that.
Who's the authoritarian?
He's still better than what we had to pick from.
He's
way better than Kamala.
Donald Timothy Trump not only is a fascist and someone that wants to be a dictator. But hold on one second, because you said something, right? And I need to understand this, because you said that, basically we need to protect America, we need to protect our American way, blah blah blah, right?
Yes.
So do you consider protecting America starting conflicts with our allies and threatening our neighbors to the north and south?
What conflicts are we starting, first of all?
Well, saying that we want Greenland and saying that Denmark doesn't actually have rights to Greenland, and then also saying that we want to actually take back the Panama Canal. Like, those are conflicts. The Panama Canal is an international passage, and so if we did somehow take that, then we're starting a conflict with the international community.
Okay, let's roll with this concept. So who travels the Panama Canal the most? It's China.
Are you going to say China? Yeah, that's
China.
Not true. That's not true.
Okay,
it's absolutely not true. That's what Trump said, but it's not.
It doesn't matter though, because it doesn't belong to us.
But wait a second.
Where would we find that information?
If we're Santana, if we're ultimately going to get into fact calling, everybody needs to fact check everybody. So let's not make this conversation about fact checking, because none of us are going to pull up our computer and fact check.
I am.
Santana
right here from the CSIS Center of Strategic and International Studies. This talks about who uses the Panama Canal the most, and the country that uses the Panama Canal the most is the United States of America. It breaks down the actual
So is that
the
a bad
countries that uses the pathway and how much they actually use it. But you can actually check. It's the CSIS.org.
Is that a bad thing?
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but you made the claim that it was
why
China.
is it a problem if we use the Panama Canal the most? Why is it a problem?
First off, I don't know why. No, first off, I don't know why you're yelling. There's no reason to yell. Like
My bad.
You're at a 10, and your phone microphone is very powerful. You don't need to yell. But secondly, like, you started this. The only reason why he brought that up was because you said that China uses it the most, and you were going to try to go some xenophobic route, and now you can't. So now you're trying to say something else. Now you're trying to say, oh, well, because
xenophobic by pointing that out.
Because use it the most, like, that's why we should own it.
I stand corrected, assuming China does it the most. Irony,
and listen, the reason why you would think that, though, is because in Donald Trump's latest interview, he made that claim. He made a lot of claims. He made a claim saying that China uses the Panama Canal the most. He also said that Jimmy Carter sold the Panama Canal
would you be upset if U.S. owned the Panama Canal? What is bad about that?
It's not ours to own. It's owned by Panama. It's not ours. It's not for sale.
But what if
the issue is, listen, the problem that I have is that Donald Trump is sitting here saying, I want this and this and this, and none of it is for sale and none of it belongs to us. You can't just take people's land, take people's property. You can't take the Panama Canal. You can't take Greenland. You can't take Canada. You can't invade Mexico. All of that is insane.
God bless you, brother. But at the same time, Biden said, I'm going to give this country this. I'm going to give this country this.
That's not the same. Giving and taking is not the same thing.
Dollars. So how do we measure?
Fatty T, can you wait, Fatty T, did you hear what Alina just said?
No, I didn't.
Of course not, because he was yelling over me.
Alina, give it to him again.
I said, that's the difference is giving versus taking. You're saying giving versus taking. You can give all the people in your life presents as much as you want, but you can't just go and take shit from their house. They can give it to you, but if they're not given to you, you can't just take it.
Right. I agree. But at the same time, if you can't feed your family, why are you giving to another country?
Bro, why do you keep saying that? Okay, from the beginning,
answer my question.
From the beginning,
I followed your logic. Answer my question. I followed your logic.
Can you shut the fuck up, please. Please. From the beginning of this, you said you wanted to stick on one simple topic, right? And
Yes.
you've pivoted to like 6 different things now. Now you want to talk about food on the table. Okay, so
I'm just following the host.
So we're not talking about the Panama Canal anymore. Okay, now we're going to talk about food on the table.
The host. He's a smart man.
Let's do this. Let's level set for a second, if we may, guys. There's 612 of us in here hanging out. Tap the screen. For some reason, the likes are moving slow, right? So let's go ahead and get the likes up to 115,000 likes. Let's get the shares up to 700 shares. Also, guys, if you hold on one second. If you have not sent your daily heart me, go ahead and send it. It's only 1 coin. It helps boost the live. Tapping the screen and sharing the live helps boost it. So does the heart me. And also, guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. So if you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. And if you are a friendly, you can add a message. I will read it out. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. This is Sparring with Santana. And we have Alina that's up here hanging out with me while Alina is on the panel. Make sure we're taking care of her as well. We have her pay links running in the poll, so we can make sure that we give Alina a tip as well. And we take care of her while we're up on the panel. With that being said, I have a thank you to read out. W's in the chat for Armando. Armando sent he sent a $1 donation saying, I'm man enough to apologize for my actions. And then Armando sent a $5 donation said, I said some out of line. Armando, I'm not sure what you said, but all's forgiven. I mean, we're good. But yeah, guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links and link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. If you want to actually help support the live. I want to come back to Redwin because Redwin, you haven't had much of an opportunity to say anything. So where do you want to go, Redwin?
Just back to the points I was making about the no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security and overtime, right?
Yep.
So would you have, or did you have an issue when Kamala Harris started saying that she wanted to do the same type of thing with the tips?
Kamala Harris, no. And the reason being is because they're different plans, right? You know what's funny? So do you know where no tax on tips came from?
No idea.
So it was actually a plan by Bernie Sanders, right? And even more so, Donald Trump had a different premise, right? And follow me on this one. So the person that was writing up the plan for no tax on tips was Ted Cruz, right? And the funny thing about that, the way that he was writing it so it could be that, let's say some of these billionaires at the end of the year or at the beginning of the year, or let's keep it funky, towards the end of Q1, you get bonuses, right? He was writing it so they could actually say if a billionaire received a $1 million bonus, that the company could write the bonus in a way where they could say this $500,000 of this bonus is a tip. And so they would be able to get that $500. I'm sorry, that not $500. $500,000 would be a tip. They could actually get that $500,000 tax-free because it's declared as a tip. That's the way that Ted Cruz was actually writing this bill for Donald Trump.
That's nuts.
Yeah. Now the difference is Kamala Harris wanted to do tax on tips, but she wanted to put a cap on it as far as who could actually have no tax on tips, meaning people that were in the service industry. There were specific people that could actually get no tax on tips. So it's a difference between what they're doing. Sounds the same, but you got to look at the details.
So does that
Where'd you
also
find that
play
at?
in?
Yeah.
Does
Well,
that also
with
play
Kamala
into
Harris is
the factor of
hold on
of-
one second,
of-
Fatty
of-
T. Let me finish answering
All
Red
right.
Wind's question. With Kamala Harris, it was actually built out in her plan. I don't know if I know she took down a lot of stuff in her actual on her website, so it might not be there. I will get that actual article for you about the no tax on tips that Ted Cruz was writing.
I looked on her site when she was campaigning. I never saw like any of these campaign promises like really outlined, specifically that one, because that's why I was like, where did that come from? Because as soon as Trump announced it, that's when she followed suit and was trying to do the same thing.
Yeah, no,
and,
absolutely.
I was looking for it and I didn't see it.
Well, I mean, she became the candidate. She became the candidate way after he did, so it kind of makes sense that her policies would come after his, because she wasn't the candidate for the entire time.
Oh, by default. Right.
Yeah, and that's what I was just about to say. Her actual
she didn't copy him, not at all.
Yeah, again, her actual information, hers came out at different points, and so you might have missed it. But Ted Cruz, it's actually the bill S.4621, No Tax on Tip Act, which he actually introduced in June 20th, 2024. So if you want to actually look that up, that's what Ted Cruz was writing up that would actually allow these high-level people to kind of skirt off how they were getting their bonuses. But that's where you can find that information. Yeah, he actually introduced it, and
trying to do that.
Just an FYI, let's see what happened to it.
Nothing.
It is.
So why is it bad if we can use our current tax laws to exclude our tax liability? Like, is that bad for an American to find tax laws to exclude our tax liability?
No, it's not bad at all, but it's inconsistent, right? The issue is that you have people like Jeff Bezos, who I pay more taxes than Jeff Bezos. You have people like Donald Timothy Trump, who when he finally releases his actual taxes, he shows that he only pays $750 in taxes. Those two people are worth way more than you and I, my friend.
Wait,
that's the
problem. But wait, let me. Is it fair for me to say he pays millions of dollars more in taxes than you? However,
listen, the fair comes in the fall, my friend. It's the winter. I'm not a believer in fair.
The percentage of taxes may be not fair.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Santana, were you done with Red?
I wasn't, but why do we need to?
No, I don't mind waiting.
No, because
I'm actually
exactly.
I'm sorry, you're absolutely right. Red Wind, you got interrupted. I'm sorry. Back to you. So we were still talking about tax on tips. We were talking about so we talked about tax on tips, tax on overtime. You know what's interesting about that one? Did you read the portion of Project 2025 as far as what they're going to do about overtime?
No. The only thing that I really read in, let me explain first. Mm-hmm. So the only thing I really read into with Project 2025 was anything dealing with veterans, right, and the military, because I'm prior military, right, and I didn't agree with a lot of.
My friend?
See, that's what you guys don't understand, right? Let me point something out to you. The amount of people that vote for him that are in the military is overwhelming, right? It's like I'd say probably 80, 85. So I don't see why it would be such a, surprise to you. You know what I mean? And that's not a new thing either.
Listen, the reason why it's such a surprise to me is because of what they're trying to do.
They're not trying to do that.
No, they are. They are. Redwin.
Hey, I'll keep subscribing to you,
but did you
over the next 4 years?
Yeah. Wait. Did you watch? So did you watch Late Nights at all this week?
No, I didn't.
Cool. So this week I actually had an amazing panel, and I had one of my good friends, Hawk. What up, Hawk? I know he's watching. he actually helped lead this panel with me, right? And Hawk is a veteran. And Hawk actually went through, and not only did we have Hawk, but we had multiple veterans come through and break down what Donald Trump is actually looking to do as far as his next administration with veterans, including cutting veterans benefits, including actually not allowing you to get full benefits as far as like your retirement pay and let's say you're a disabled veteran, including privatizing the VA.
Yep.
There's a lot of stuff that
I'm
he's
familiar
trying
with
to
all
do
that.
that's going to negatively impact the military. So that's why I'm surprised that you were willing to vote for him, because literally you're voting against your best interest.
Santana, yes.
If you believe Project 2025, which I do not.
Yeah, but they've already introduced again. Hold on one second.
goodness.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second, Fatty T. The thing that I'm trying to explain is like it's not, oh, do you believe Project 2025? The thing is they've already started introducing bills to do exactly what they were saying they're going to do. Like there's multiple bills that have either been introduced, that are being drawn up, or that have been passed for the stuff that they said they weren't going to do, and they're already doing it.
Yeah, and part of the coincidence is while simultaneously they're cutting federal spending.
No, they're not.
Wait, is your name Red? It's just like wild.
No, I don't mind if he joins in on the conversation. You know what I'm saying? We're all adults here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We can have a
All right.
conversation.
As long as you don't feel stepped on,
Yeah,
Red.
I don't mind.
Yeah, I just
Oh.
didn't want you to feel like you weren't able to talk because
Oh,
you keep
fine.
getting interrupted.
No, we're
Thank you, Red. Part
No
of the
problem.
reason why they're
No problem.
cutting federal funding is so the money is put back in the American people's pocket, and
Are
when
you
the
sure about
money
that?
is put, and when the money is
Are
put
you
back
sure
in
about
the
that?
American, yes.
Okay. So cool. Quick question. Do you remember like a couple of weeks ago when the government almost shut down?
Yeah.
Okay. You remember what was the big request of Donald Timothy Trump?
He wanted the bills that were put into that particular regulation to be brought down so we weren't giving more money to Ukraine.
No, that's incorrect. There's one specific thing that he asked for. There's one thing that he said that he wanted to get rid of, or at the very least postpone. What was that
What
one
was
thing?
it? What was it?
The debt ceiling. The debt ceiling. Because the clause for the debt ceiling was supposed to trigger on January the 1st. Well, you know what happens once the actual debt ceiling clause triggered?
Okay.
They couldn't
so
spend more, right? And the one thing that they needed room to spend more on was tax cuts. So they wanted to push or eliminate the debt ceiling so they could actually pass the tax cuts, which the tax cuts that they're going to pass is going to cost another $4 trillion, which we don't have room to do now because of the debt ceiling. And i.e., they have to now cut spending if they want to pass those tax cuts, and they want their tax cuts.
You are 100% correct. However, is the Federal Reserve private or is it publicly owned?
It's private, but you can actually, there's a portion of it that is public, but it's a private entity.
No, it's either private or public.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's an individual. It sits outside of the government, but it can publicly be attained by certain aspects, but it is private.
No, you are correct. But of one part, it can be funded by public. And when you have a private entity funded by public, which this entity creates more debt, whether the administration is Republican or Democrat, we are all caught up in the same web. And that's why I'm trying to bring this back to, we as American citizens, we need to protect our sovereignty. That is the premise of my point. We need to protect our sovereignty of being American citizens in America.
I'm so confused.
I know.
I know.
I'm lost.
Yeah, I mean, and I was reading for a second, and actually, just to correct myself, 1 second, just to correct myself. No, you're absolutely right. The Federal Reserve provides financial services to banks and government entities only. Individuals cannot, by law, have an account at the Federal Reserve. So you were right on that. So no,
I know. And
explain to me one more time, how does that get back to protecting our sovereignty?
So how this comes back in is if this entity is used to fund our government, and I'm going to go off a little tangent. Let's talk about government, okay? People who are elected into Congress don't have to be citizens of the United States. Therefore, you can have individuals that are extremely wealthy coming from a communist country or a authoritarian country that can infiltrate our Congress. People think that the president has all the power. Our Congress has more power than the president.
No.
Article
No,
1,
there's
section
people
Article
with even
1,
more power,
section 2.
though.
Article 1, section 2, clause 2. No person shall be a representative who shall not have attained to the age of 25 years old and has been 7 years a citizen of the United States, and who shall not. So
yes,
what that means
7
is
years.
what
So-
that
so-
means.
so-
What that
so
means.
you-
Hold on. Not what that means is if you're gonna be, quote unquote, immigrant. If
Congress
you come
member.
in, if you
I'm
come
talking
in,
about Congress, not immigrants. There's
No.
a difference.
I'm talking. You said that you said you don't have to be a U.S. citizen to be a part of Congress. That's absolutely false. You have to be a U.S. citizen for least
7 years.
7 years. Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So let me roll this back. So you take an authoritarian government that implants a person into our country, and they live here for 7 years, but they still hold the ideology of socialism or authoritarianism,
What's
and
socialism?
they are elected.
What's socialism?
And
What's
let's not
socialism?
sidetrack. And
No. I just
and,
need.
and they
I-
get
no, no, no,
elected
no, no.
into
No,
our
no, 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 no,
Congress.
no, no,
We
no,
are
no, no.
going to
Hey,
destroy the
Fatty T,
sovereignty
Fatty
of
T,
this country.
Fatty T. What is socialism? Because you've said that multiple times.
Oh, can I just land my plane? Give
No,
me
not
15
until you
seconds.
tell me what socialism is, because you said socialism multiple times.
I've also said a lot of other
I
trigger
know,
words.
and
Yeah,
the
you said a
reason
lot of
why
stuff.
I'm one,
Yeah,
right, Alina,
but-
like
but-
the
but
reason
what
why
I'm
I'm stuck on this is because you keep using that word, and I don't think that word means what you
I've
think it
used
means,
it
friend.
once.
You've
I
used
used
it
it
multiple
once
times. You've
before I
used it
landed
multiple
At
my
least 3
plane.
times.
So, Fatty T, what does socialism mean? Or at least, you know what? I'll even take this. What does it mean to you?
So
Tell me what socialism means to you. I normally don't even do that, but tell me what it means to you.
socialism means what socialism means to me, and what it actually means is when the government is the primary factor that protects its citizens financially and economically. It takes the power away from the people to have their own sovereignty within the country. And how I tie this back to
Hold on. That was a cool definition. That was cool. And I'm glad I said, what does it mean to you? So thank you for telling me. Well, chat, no, everybody's saying wrong. No, that's not wrong. He's not wrong. I said, what does it mean to him? So he's not wrong. He told us what it means to him. Now, Fatty T, let me actually tell you what socialism means, right? Socialism is an economic and political philosophy encompassing device economics and social system characterized by social ownership that means social ownership of the means of production as opposed to private ownership. Plain and simple,
so
easy peasy.
if it's not private,
easy peasy.
if it's not private, it's government.
Easy peasy. What that means is
If
that
it's
the
not
workers
private,
own,
it's government.
what that means,
That's my point.
what that means is the workers own the means of production and they get equal shares in it. That's what that means. So again, you might want to stop using the word socialism because that word doesn't mean what you think it means, my friend.
Fair enough.
Hey, Christine,
But-
how are you?
Fair enough, Santana. But to bring this back to how how we need to protect the sovereignty of our country is when somebody can join our you can't be president unless you're an American citizen, but you can join Congress if
you're an American citizen.
for
Yes,
7 years.
correct. Yes, if you're an American citizen for 7 years. Yes, correct.
For 7 years. So
yeah. So I actually have a question for you, because I kind of agree with you. I feel like we need to protect our sovereignty, and I know that you're concerned with like people that have been, citizens for 7 years and they get elected by the people. But I'm more concerned with the people that are installed in government, people that are appointed in government, that aren't elected by the people, that are, that are come from these foreign, scary countries. My biggest, and that have tons of deep pockets and stuff like that. You might know, I don't know if you. I don't know if you know this person.
Number one would be the Zionists.
Nope, that's not where I was going. I think Santana probably knows where I was going, but that's not where I was going.
What are you talking about, man?
What? Elena, go ahead. Just tell him who. He's not gonna get it. Just tell him who you're talking about.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about Elon Musk. He
will never be president.
Yeah, we know, because he wasn't born here. We heard the same line that Trump said. You can say all that as you want, but literally Elon Musk, as Trump calls him, is pulling the strings. He bought a president, and Donald Trump is bending the knee.
And you know what the beauty of this is, if let's just say Canada becomes the 51st state.
Hold on one second, Fatty. I'm just gonna mute you for a second. Just for a second. Hey chat, can you guys hear me? Chat, I need to know, can you guys hear me? Yeah, you guys can hear me? Okay, cool. What the fuck is happening? What's going on? Can anybody tell me what's happening right now? Like, hold on one second. Hold on. I'm talking to the chat. Give me 1 second. Guys, I think maybe it's me. Maybe I'm confused. Is anyone else confused besides me? Because I am confused.
Did you eat some old leftovers, maybe?
Maybe. Great or something. I don't know. I don't understand what's happening. I don't understand what's happening. Guys, W's in the chat for Corey. W's in the chat for Corey. Corey sent a $2 donation, say, to protect your sovereignty and your brain cells, you need to. Fucking hell, I do need my tinfoil hat. I don't have it here. Jeez Louise, I definitely need it. W's in the chat for Corey, guys. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. So if you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, or if you want to help with my therapy bill, right? I saw my therapist today, and after this conversation, I might need to actually schedule another appointment for Monday. You can actually hit my pay links. And also, please don't forget about Alina, because I mean, I'm sure that she's going to need a little bit of therapy after this as well. Her pay links are running in her bio. And if you have a Venmo and you want to actually send Alina a Venmo, you can send it to mine and just say that it's for Alina, and I will make sure to get it to her. With that being said, we're going to go back and talk to Fatty T again. Go ahead, Fatty T.
Off topic, brother.
You've been off topic the whole time.
No. Well, I mean, yes and no, but like truly off topic. I respect you so much, and you know what? I think I see a therapist too, because it helps me gain my own internal clarity, and I support you seeing a therapist as long as you need to, and I do not see that as devaluing you as a man.
Okay, I didn't think it did, but cool. My wife is laughing at you in the background. Yeah, no, I mean, I go to therapy for me, not for anybody. Well, I go to therapy for my wife. If I'm going to keep it funky, I started going to therapy for my wife, but I also go to therapy for me. So yeah, I mean, that's where it is. Guys, W's in the chat for Ty. Ty sent a $5 donation. Say, can you come up and address something?
Go to therapy for you, brother. Go to therapy for you, not your wife. If you're going for your wife,
but did you hear the whole sentence? Did you hear the whole sentence that he said?
It's all good. We're good. We're good. Give me a minute, Ty. Give me a minute. Okay. Chat, this has been rough. Red, are you okay up there?
Yeah, I'm good.
Red,
Because
come
when
on now.
you guys are done,
Red,
Alina,
like,
what she was saying, referring to Elon Musk. Whenever you guys are finished with this current conversation,
no, you
I'd
go.
like
You
to
go
pick
ahead,
up where
Red.
she left off on that.
You go ahead, Red.
Okay, I was trying to remember what exactly she said right before she mentioned his name. You know, as far as like not being appointed but being appointed.
No,
Can
like
you just reiterate what you
not not like, so he's worried about Congress, but Congress at least gets elected by the people. So we do have some say in it. So I'm more concerned about the people that are appointed, like Elon Musk. Like, you know, he tried to appoint Matt Gates. Like, there's been a lot of shady characters that he's been appointing and selecting for all these positions. And I mean, my biggest concern is Elon Musk, who like basically bought a presidency.
What's he appointed to?
Doge.
Are you serious?
What's he actually?
Doge.
Yeah, that's not a cabinet position.
Yeah, Doge.
I didn't say cabinet positions.
Exactly, but if you want to keep it funky, his title is shadow president.
I mean, maybe for you guys if that's what you think.
No. For all of us. You know how I know Elon Musk is the shadow president? You might think not you, but you know how I know he is?
What's that?
Elon Musk said that the government spending bill was crap, and he tweeted it out 70 times. And then all of a sudden, the Republican members of Congress said, you know what? We can't pass this bill. And then that's when Donald Trump was like, oh, yeah, we can't pass this bill, and we need to get rid of the debt ceiling. And Elon Musk almost shut down Congress. Didn't happen. Cool, right? Elon Musk then told Donald Trump that, hey, we need more H-1B visas because Americans are stupid and they're lazy. And then you had people like freaking Laura Loomer, Steve Bannon. Yeah, multiple people coming out saying, no, America first. You guys ran on this. We need our jobs. And Donald Trump then said, oh, I'm going to side with Elon. Elon now has a spot in Mar-a-Lago. Literally, he's been living at Mar-a-Lago. He's been traveling with Trump. That's the shadow president.
Okay. So that doesn't happen with previous presidents? Like you didn't have people that weren't in elected positions traveling with the president? I mean, I never really paid attention to it before.
Can you tell me, like, see, this is the problem that I have, right? You guys like to complain about thank you for the cake. You guys like to complain about the deep state,
family members, right?
You guys like to complain about the
Chelsea
deep state, right? But then you are literally okay with Elon Musk actually doing all of this in open, out talking about the federal government. But see, this is the problem that I have, right? You guys think that Elon Musk is a genius, and he's not. Mm-hmm. He's absolutely not. So when Elon Musk says we're going to cut $2 trillion out of discretionary spending, you guys sit there and say,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And then come to find out, again, we don't have $2 trillion to cut. Elon Musk doesn't know how the government works. And even more so, which what I would think concern you is that Elon Musk is also sponsoring the right-wing party that's actually trying to rise to power in Germany. And he's also been having private meetings with Xi Jinping and also Putin. Yeah. Elon Musk is a security risk.
Yes, but Santana, Elon Musk also supports H1 and H2 visas.
He supports H1B, not H2B.
B1 and B2 visas.
No, he didn't say anything about two. He didn't say anything about that one. He doesn't care about the agriculture. That's the ones that they want to get up out of the paint. Thank you for the heart hands. He hasn't said anything about that one. He's only talked about the high skilled workers.
Yes. And you know what? Why is that bad for America? To bring in high skilled
exactly.
workers?
I see no
issue. I've never said it was bad for America. I've never said it was bad for America, but Donald Trump literally told you guys that it was America first, mass deportation, bring American jobs back, put people to work. And now he's saying, actually, you guys are too stupid and lazy to get these high-paying jobs. So we're going to give them to immigrants.
You're not.
I feel like you can do the same thing. You can do both of those at the same time.
Santana, you're not compartmentalizing the context of the words that are spoken.
That's not what that means.
Get rid of the illegals. Absolutely, get rid of the illegals. But bring
the criminal
those that bring value to our country, so we can hold on to our sovereignty.
Why do you keep saying hold on to my sovereignty? What is? Wait. I'm gonna ask you for the definition of something again, but just hold on.
America
just hold on. Just hold on.
America needs to be number one on this planet, and if you don't support that idea, you're not American.
Galaxy.
This is bananas.
Just give me a second. Jeez Louise. W's in the chat for Joseph. Joseph sent a $15 donation. Thank you so much, Joseph. W's in the chat for Loretta. Loretta sent a $20 donation saying, I don't know how you do this. You have more patience with these people than I have. Never stop fighting for what's right. You've been a gift to old grandma. Listen, Loretta, thank you so much. You are absolutely amazing. As someone who loves their grandmother, God rest her soul, that makes me happy that I know that another grandmother is out watching me. And also, W's in the chat for Loretta, who also just sent Alina a $20 donation and says, Alina, she has so much patience to keep teaching us fools out here. Thanks,
Alina.
No,
I don't have any patience compared to Santana.
I don't know about
firecracker.
That. Also, W's in the chat from Michelle, who sent a $5 cash app. Thank you so much, Michelle. You are so amazing. W's in the chat for everyone, guys. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. So if you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. And I feel like any and everything that is made today is going to go to my therapy bill. Either that or some Uncle Nearest. So if you want to chip in and pay for my therapy or my Uncle Nearest, hit the pay links. But please don't forget about Alina, because she's up here with me, and either she's going to be sharing a therapy couch or a drink with me, one or the two. So make sure we take care of Alina.
Or a drink on the couch.
Oh my gosh. Ty, you wanted to address something?
Yeah. Do you want a small break from this foolishness?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, first things first, I'm not a mod, but I'm just going to say you guys need to keep tapping. Santana is doesn't have nearly enough likes for how long he's been up here. So let's make sure we're getting to 200K.
On the good things, because I'm not even going to lie. Fatty got me in a whirlwind. He's got me on my heels. And not because he's, doing anything.
The thing I want to address actually doesn't have anything to do with your panelists, but does have to do with the conversation you guys are having and what I'm seeing in the chat as a result of this conversation. As a trans person, as a member of the LGBTQ community, I just wanted to let everybody know that calling Elon Alonia and also referring to Elon and Trump as a couple is homophobic and transphobic. We can criticize Elon's role in government and role alongside Trump without participating in homophobia and transphobia. Not that you're doing that, Santana, or anybody on your panel is. I just wanted to let everybody in the chat know that it is.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you coming up and sharing that, Ty. We always want to be mindful of anything that we say. And, I know people get the jokes off. I'm here for the jokes and everything. No, I'm here for the jokes. And so I'm always good with that. But sometimes, people don't know. And so now you know. So it's all good. We're good, guys. Thank you for coming up and actually saying that, Ty. I appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem. I didn't want to derail your chat, but I thought that it was important to say because I noticed it a lot in the chat.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ty.
Thank you.
Also, guys, W's in the chat for Kristen. Thank you so much, Kristen. Kristen sent a $2 donation for a routine sovereignty fund. Thank you. He's gone now, so I don't think we're going to be getting the sovereignty fund to him or to me or to anyone. But there's that. Red, How are you? All right, Red. What did you want to talk about?
Can we focus back on what you guys were pointing out about Trump, Elon with the immigration stuff that they're proposing?
Sure.
So basically, the way I see things, I don't see an issue with
Red, you
deporting
there?
people that are. Yeah, I'm still here.
Red, you cut out. You cut out.
No, I was just saying,
No,
I don't
you
see
had
an
cut out
issue with
for a
deporting
second,
people.
so we couldn't hear what you were saying.
All right, I'll start over. So basically, I'm just saying, I don't see an
Okay.
issue with
Martha, are you a
deporting
Trump
people that are
supporter?
causing problems.
No, somehow I got up on here and I didn't.
No worries.
Hi.
I'm gonna drop you down.
Oh, somebody else.
Okay, thanks.
Can you hear me
Yeah,
right now?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, basically what I'm saying,
Yes, I can hear you.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
see an issue. I don't see an issue with deporting people that are causing problems within the U.S. that are here illegally. Right? Start with them. Everybody else, I don't care if you make them, dreamers, DACA, whatever it's called. Just make it happen. Right? Put an end to it. Secure the border, and then focus on the H1, what is it, H1B visas or whatever it is, to bring some good talent here, like people that genuinely want to be in the U.S. that are going to do good jobs, right? That are bringing talent, because we do have to be competitive with the rest of the world, and there's a place for those people here. Like I remember Trump was saying, some people that are here in the States going to college, they still don't get their citizenship when they're done with college, right? And he wants to change that. He wants to get these people their citizenship when they're done with college, So in my eyes, I don't see an issue there,
Hey, Red, can you turn the TV off in the background for me, please?
Yeah, hold on.
Alina, did you want to take this one?
I'm finishing up with the kittens, but I could go.
Okay, yeah, no, I got it. We're all good. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get this thing up to 200,000 likes. Let's also get the shares up to 700 shares. Our daily gift goal is also the let them cook. So if we can knock those out, that would be great. Tap the screen, share the live. Also, if you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you're a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you would like to come up and tell me why Donald Trump is the best president ever, whether it's the fact that he has all the felonies, he has failed businesses, if it was the coup, if it's the lies on lies on lies, if it's him playing war, which one of these things makes Donald Trump the best president ever? I genuinely want to know. And it seems like Donald Trump says that he loves the felonies. I think that's what it is. With that being said, Red, are you back?
I'm still here.
Okay, go ahead.
How's my background noise?
You're good now.
All right. Yeah, basically, I'm just saying, deport the people that most everybody can agree that shouldn't be here if they're causing like serious problems. I mean, that definition would vary, from you to me probably, but if they're out there causing some heinous crimes, they need to be getting out of here. You know what I mean? Right? Let's be reasonable about
they're
that.
already getting out of here. Like what's funny?
How?
Because if you're an undocumented immigrant and you commit a crime, once you serve your sentence for said crime, you're automatically deported. So that's already a thing. Like that's what we already do.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you there, right? Because when these people are incarcerated, you have locations throughout the U.S. that prevent ICE from showing up there and grabbing a hold of them and deporting them, right? So I'm disagreeing with you on that. You know what I mean? So you can say that, but that's not the situation. I don't know what the percentage is or what the numbers are, but that is, I'm disagreeing with you about that. You know what I mean? So, but that's a start, right? Focus on that, secure the border, and then focus on the, the case by case, right? So let's bring talent back in the States. I saw somebody in the comments, they were talking about, oh, well, Americans want these high paying jobs, so is it okay?
If you go to USA.gov, understanding the deportation process, it actually speaks to if a document is if a undocumented immigrant is detained or deported, is detained and participates in criminal acts and are a threat to public safety and violate their visa, then they are deported after the crime is after the punishment for the crime is levied. So you can actually look this up. It's USA.gov, and it speaks to the deportation process. So again, I hear what you're saying, but
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I get it. I'm not going to dispute that they say that on their website, but you got a lot of very high people, very high up there people that are within the government. They're saying this is what's actually happening, right?
Can you who's not telling the truth? Can you
Tom
cite
Holman.
one and cite one,
right?
Cite one and then actually cite a source to back that up.
I would have to look that up for you, which I don't have that in front of me right now. I'm actually playing video games, but right. But that's what I'm saying is that, you know, I don't really believe everything that, you know, WhiteHouse.gov's got on there. You know, you can dispute a lot of that stuff, and the same thing goes with the
I didn't cite
website that you brought up.
WhiteHouse.gov because simply put, WhiteHouse.gov is ran by whoever has control of said government, and it leans in that direction. I'm not doing that. I'm citing other actual sources. Sorry, but the simple fact of the matter is, Red, you're saying that you think that this is happening. You think that this is happening because
no, I'm going off of what people told me.
Who? So you're just going to trust them. You're not going to fact check anything. Who's your source? Who's the person that told you this, Red?
I already told you one. Tom Holman, right?
So Tom Holman. So you're going to take Tom Holman's word instead of actually looking at our current process. I'm
going to take it, bro.
Oh, shit.
You know, if that's a bad on me, but it's bad on me. You know what I'm saying? But you have to have faith in somebody, you know? I mean,
and you put your faith
I'm
in
sorry,
Trump?
I don't have a lot of... I have more faith in him than Biden, you know? I mean, this dude's been asleep at the wheel for the past 4 years. Like, really?
Sure. Guys, W's in the chat for Emmanuel. Emmanuel sent a $2 donation saying undocumented immigrants commit far less crimes per capita than U.S. citizens.
Oh, here we
also,
go.
Tom Holman is a racist POS. Listen, Emmanuel, W's in the chat for you, but I already knew all that. But it was good to read it out. You're absolutely right on both accounts. Guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. If you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. Guys, this is Sparring with Santana, debates with Trump supporters. So if you are a Trump supporter and you want to come up and tell me why Donald Trump is the best president, which I've even given you a list. We have a whole list. You can, thank you for the heart hands. You can pick from the list. Go ahead and get in the box, request up. If you are a friendly, keep tapping the screen, share the live out, do all the wonderful things. Also, guys, W's in the chat for Sonia. Sonia sent a $1 donation to say Tom Holman is whoever, Tom Holman is who was over zero tolerance. Yeah. Tom Holman is not only is he not a good guy, he is, he's a get it done by any means person. So yeah, I mean, Red, he's willing to lie or do whatever it takes. But the simple fact of the matter is what you're saying, it does not align with our current policy and practices. So what else you got?
Hey,
wait, before he continues, can I just say something?
Yeah.
Sure,
guys, Santana promised me that if we get rid of these let him cook, that he's going to pick my favorite gift for the next gift goal. And I think we only have 10 left. So can we just knock that out? Because I'm tired of looking at it, honestly.
Let them cook. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What's the goal?
Whoever that was that gave you that. Go ahead, Alina.
Alina, they knocked him out. What's the goal? I think she walked away. While we wait for her to come back, W's in the chat for
No, I'm just looking for the name of it. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Dude, you can put that racist title on anybody. You know what I mean? You seriously can. Whoever that was that gave you that donation.
Racist title on racist.
You know. No, I'm just telling you that
cool,
you can say that. Like I could say it about you, and it might